Cystic fibrosis. Presented by Jonathan Vu. Cystic fibrosis is a recessive autosomal disease caused by mutations in the gene that codes for the protein cystic fibrosis transmembrane conductance regulator. The protein is a transmembrane protein that conducts chloride and thiocyanate ions across epithelial cells. Additionally, it is involved in moderating sweat, mucus, and digestive fluid production. This protein, when mutated, becomes non-functional, causing secretion of these fluids to become thick instead of thin. Sadly, there is no cure for cystic fibrosis. Major symptoms include, but are not limited to, poor growth, poor weight gain, extraviscous mucus, lung infections, and reduced life expectancy. Thick mucus in the lungs often leads to complications involving bacterial infections, coughing up phlegm and blood, hypoxia, respiratory failure, heart failure, and lung disease. The disease can also affect the pancreas, liver, kidneys, intestines, and male fertility. The disease is most prevalent in people with Northern European ancestry, while those of African or Asian heritage are least affected. On average, it affects 1 out of every 3,000 newborns, while 1 out of 25 are likely carriers. Because the CFTR gene is conserved and prevalent in mammals, using mice as a model organism would be ideal. Using the CRISPR-Cas9 method, mutations can be induced in developing mice genome and relevant genes to induce cystic fibrosis. Assuming that the function of the gene product is unknown, we can deduce that the symptoms point to it being prevalent in the lungs. Adding a GFP marker to the CTFR gene coding for the protein will allow us to visualize where the protein is localized. Once we have concluded that the protein is a transmembrane protein, spectrophotometry with multiple ions and substances can be used to determine function of the protein when compared to a control. From there, high-resolution electrophysiological studies of the relevant channels can increase clarity of function. Now for a poem. This beat is fresh. Damn, yo. You've got cystic fibrosis, that's the doc's prognosis. Coughing up blood, you better not smoke this. Straight up, it's a recessive disease. You won't be pleased. Your parents were carriers, slanging you lifetime barriers. Your face is sweaty, breathing's weak, lungs are heavy, you've got mucus on your sweater already, bronchial spaghetti. You're nervous cause there ain't no cure. Life might go on, but you can't be sure. Yeah, no, it hurts like hell, that's for sure. You close your eye and it's all a blur.